Hello. How is your Sunday, everyone? My voice may be funny sounding still because I have recently just woke up and I am feeling freaking awesome today. So I wanted to come on and do a live reading for you all. Hey Nina. Hello, hello. I'll wait, I'll give it a minute or so for the people to join, and then I'm gonna be putting the piles, laying them on a table. So bear with me here, whoever just joined. If you are watching this a bit later, you can skip forward a bit so that you don't have to wait. Today's topic is the next important event, and I'm going to be using the Tea Leaf Tarot. But first, let me get a new candle. Let's replace the old one. Hi, Marianne Moon. Thank you so much. I just said it may sound funny because it's still morning for me. How did you make your wait? How did you make your nickname, Green? Are you part of members or you did something? Because I'm so still new to all of that. By the way, whoever is here, I do have memberships now on YouTube, and I'm just testing it out. It's like 99 € a month, and I'm gonna be doing monthlies there. This not only makes me be a bit more disciplined because I know I have to do it and I have to have it in my schedule every month, but also I feel like that may be quite convenient for people. They don't have to leave the YouTube app to watch something. They can just literally click it right there, right then. Where Patreon is a little bit different. There is much more content that I do on Patreon comparing to this one video a week. But some people I've noticed they don't really like leaving the app. So I'm kind of testing both of them out. I've got my coffee. By the way, I'm gonna do your live mini readings after the pick a card. So some people like to book it and watch it later. You don't have to be here during live if you don't want to or if you can't. Some people prefer to be here when I'm doing the reading so they can comment or they can tell me something if they want to. Hi Nina, I have your booking by the way. So I assume you want to know the next important event for yourself, is that correct? Perfect. I'll volume up the music a bit. Let's set the tone. Hey, Julian. Okay, so whoever just joined, what we're doing, I'm going to be doing a quick pick a card here for you. And at the very end, we're going to do your mini live readings. Those are personal. So if you need one, you know what to do. Or if you don't, look at the pinned comment. Did I pin it? Probably not. Let me pin it now. Here it is in the live chat. I'm in a better, calmer place emotionally since I booked a reading. That's nice. I'm okay now. I have waves of emotions and still learning how to handle the intensities. Yeah, actually that's what I've been doing myself lately. I've been trying to follow and notice my emotions and why they're there. Like for example, yesterday I felt like, I don't know if any of you guys go through that, overstimulated. Me, the sounds, like too many sounds or too many people, for extended periods of time, it drains me. I need to go into my zone, go into my bubble and recharge. So I went to the forest yesterday and I stayed there for 7 hours. 7 hours. I didn't think I would spend that much time, but I started walking, and I mean, come on, springtime in the forest, it's freaking awesome. Then me and my mom, we had those picnic chairs and we were just having a picnic, the best time of our lives, in the middle of the forest. And I didn't come back until I think 7 p.m. So that was a great day. That's why I think I'm feeling completely new today. I'm feeling very refreshed and really good. Where if I decided to spend my time to kind of rejuvenate laying on a couch, which is also not a bad thing, you know, I don't think I would be feeling so good today. You alone on 60 acres, sorry. That's insane, that's nice. I miss the forest. I moved to Michigan and excited for the outdoors. See, I feel like a lot of people really feel like they want to reconnect to what really matters. What I've been noticing, people wanting to live not in a city anymore, maybe buy a small hut if they can't afford a big house, or you know, a more expensive place, grow their own veggies, have as much of their own food as possible. And I feel like that's the way to go, to be honest. That's a way to go. Another thing, I was walking through markets this year, which I haven't done, fairs, I think. Americans have fairs. Here, I think we call it markets. We don't really call it fairs that much. Maybe there is a difference between the both, but we call every market a market. But I was walking around and I was appreciating coming back to my own homeland, which I didn't really recognized for a long time. I was looking at those markets and every little booth, and I was thinking really how connected we are where I am right now with nature and doing everything as natural as possible. You wouldn't really see processed foods that much, not at all, unless someone bought it from someone else, but mainly all the people in the market were making, even for example, what I do, right? Handmade, natural. You can't really legally call it natural soap because there is lye in it, but without lye you can't make soap. And once the saponification happens, there is no lye in the finished product, but still. So I try not to really call it natural, but a lot of people were actually surrounding the booths that had natural cosmetics, had natural skincare products, and those were booming, man. And I was just going around and smelling things and, you know, buying natural creams. Hopefully one day I'll start making it myself. I'm really interested into tallow now, and tallow for skincare, tallow in soaps. And yeah, maybe one day I'll be that person who is in the market. I really love markets. It's the whole vibe. It's people connecting, everyone is smiling. It's just nice. It's nice. Natural traditional foods as well. Loving that. Let's go. Next important event, my people. Let's start. And I gave my friend who came over from Australia and visited a couple of days ago, I have given her, because she's into natural stuff, I've given her these two soaps to try, because she's like, whatever is natural, I'm grabbing it. I'm like, just give it to me. I'm like, okay. And she goes, can I put it on my face? I'm like, sure. This is like the most natural thing. You don't have to be afraid of that. Just don't eat it, that's all. And she came back to me yesterday, actually, telling me that she wants more of it and she wants to bring it back to Australia. I'm like, do you know that you have soap makers in Australia? She goes, I know. But since I'm here, I'm gonna grab yours, which was nice. Let's go. Pile number 1, 2, and 3. I'll give you some time to choose. Actually, I don't feel like it's in the middle of a shot, so let's move it a little bit. Here we go. Pile 1, 2, and 3. Nina, I grew up poor with a skin condition, eczema. My mom put pig lard on me and it helped. I'm gravitating towards the same now. Michigan has all they. Yeah. And I've noticed a lot of people are actually gravitating towards that now. I like to say, if you see a big ingredient list in the product that you're using, it's probably not the best for you, and it's very true. You can make a really good natural skin cream using tallow. If you're not allergic, put in a couple of drops of essential oil, jojoba, how you call it? I think people pronounce it differently, but we call it jojoba oil here, or sweet almond oil. One of those, you have the best cream. That's all you really need, and not a big list of ingredients really. Preservatives, yeah, you gotta use preservatives for certain things, especially if it has water in it. So, and there are good preservatives that are not toxic or very harmful. So I wouldn't really scrap that because it's a must. For example, for the these home mists, I can't skip the preservative because it contains water in it. It is made with mostly witch hazel, but still, so that bacteria doesn't start, growing because of water, even though there is a bit of alcohol in it, but still, you have to be cautious with that. I worked farmers markets many years. My first job actually at 14, nice. Bay Area markets. Did you have fun? Did you like it? Yeah. To read ingredients, it's ridiculous. I think, why is this in there? It's just cheaper. I really feel like it comes up to the price. And the more you add, the more you can kind of trick a person thinking that this is good for me because your skin feels a certain way because of some of the ingredients, but in reality it's not really good for the skin. It's just certain things that make the skin feel a certain way. Does that make sense? So yeah. One thing that I'm gonna finish with this story and then that's it, we're gonna read. One thing that it didn't really work for me when it comes to natural stuff was the natural shampoo bars, those hard bars, like soap bars. It left residue over time, like a buildup, and I was like, it doesn't really vibe with me, even though I really wanted it to work and I tried it for a long time. And even those people who've been making hard shampoo bars for a while, I found a couple of videos, they said, what, I had to stop making that because the buildup happens over time. And I assume, for skin it's much easier. For hair it's a little bit different thing that you're working with, but I also know a lot of people for who it works, so each to their own, I guess. Let's go. Pile 1, 2, and 3. We're starting with pile number 1, and then we're gonna do your live readings. Next important event, I'll let people know on pile 1 now. Foods, natural made products, and it's custom to come home with goodies of hummus. Oh, nice. Bags of fruits and pieces of cheese, trading with other vendors. Yes, I feel like that's what we're supposed to be, trade with one another. The good stuff, Someone has eggs. Okay, let's trade eggs with something that I got. Coming back to basics. Shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth, new job, career. Okay, listen, this is good stuff. You may have been like, oh, I don't really like the shark card here, but what this is telling for someone, that the loss or the, I don't know why, for some reason I'm seeing someone's empty stomach, but this is very metaphorical for, I don't have enough of something, I'm hungry for something. The struggle is coming to an end here. Okay, I'm using the Urban Tarot to clarify. Someone's hands were tied, maybe someone wasn't able to leave the job or to find a better job for some reason. for a while, but that struggle is ending here. Look, the 10 is the end. I felt oppressed, or maybe I felt oppressed by economy, by someone in my job, by just in general the situation. We are seeing, oh, actually this pen makes me look at this part of the card. I feel like they are connecting. This is fire. Fire is passion, fire is life. There's definitely improvement in your work life here. Four of Wands in this deck is called completion, and pay attention to what is happening here. It looks like people are throwing hats because they graduated. Some of you may have to or will be drawn to studying something new, or once you are in this new job over here, you're going to have to learn about it, right? You're going to have to know how to use a program, know how what kind of structure they use, all of that. So we're seeing here someone coming onto this new phase in their life that makes them a bit fired up, makes them feel a bit more fired up about their future. This person, Princess of Discs over here, it's called a kindergarten teacher, but she's smiling. She's looking out of the window, even though her shirt is covered in paint and it was probably an intense day of work. She's loving it. So this is telling us that positive changes are happening in your work life. For some of you, pretty straightforward, a new job, maybe even a new career, maybe you're branching somewhere, you're just slightly shifting your path. Or for others, this is some sort of recognition. You may want to level up in your existing job even. Let's say if there is a course available, you want to go for it. Once you finish that course, maybe your salary goes up because you have now more knowledge. Okay, what's important here to pay attention to? It's important to pay attention to. Okay, social aspects. So connecting to people. Do not isolate yourself, pile number one. Make those phone calls. Ask questions. Put yourself out there. And another thing, working in a team will take you far. So I don't see in pile number one that this situation is describing someone building a business on their own from scratch. Even if that would be the case, a lot they would be able to benefit from is teamwork or other people's knowledge. Basically, still working with people is the way to go here. Working in a team is the way to go. Making sure that team is strong. Making sure that no one is slacking. Making sure that you feel good in that environment. And that's what you're going to gain. But for some of you, this is basically telling you, please don't isolate yourself. Even if you are an introvert, you may have to make those phone calls that you don't want to. You may have to force yourself to communicate with someone in a job meeting or in a job party, in a work party of some sorts. You never know what you will gain from a conversation with an individual. Sharing information is important. So teamwork will take you far. In short, pile number one, the oppressed times are coming to an end for you. Expect renewal. Expect more fire. Expect, I even want to say with the Star card and a Two of Cups and this Dancer, this is very passionate to me. Expect miracles. And I don't see this lightly in your work life. Okay? Alrighty, let's go. Let's continue with pile number two. Hey Yo-Yo. Nice, very nice. Thank you. What happened, man? I was going through those ups and downs this week as well. It was very, and I know why it was. I was just going through hormonal phase, but I'm just tired of them sometimes. So I had to really give myself some time to rejuvenate and to stop and to maybe have a nap and sometimes not to do anything and not to feel guilty about doing anything. Yeah, I'm happier, better now. On pile 2. Let's see what we got here. Archway and a kite. Ooh, outdoors, outdoors. Next important event, I feel like this is pretty straightforward for someone. Time off. But not just any time off, not just, a weekend off that you got to do your stuff, to do laundry, to visit some people. No, this feels bigger to me. This feels like I am planning my dream vacation. I have enough resources for it. And it could be because a new path opens up for you. Okay, let's see what's that about. This makes me think of emotional vacation. Do you know what I mean? Vacation for your nervous system. Vacation that makes you feel that you're back to yourself. Time off that rejuvenates you. And it's the energy of it is pretty similar to what I felt after coming back from that forest, staying there for 7 hours yesterday. It's very rejuvenating. It's calm. Those who've been struggling emotionally, especially in pile number 2, and you came across this reading, know that your nervous system will come down. But there is something here that you have a chance to do. So again, either there will be an invitation to go somewhere and you're going to have a blast, or you are organizing this yourself, but that's something that you haven't planned way ahead. This is not a vacation that you have already planned months in advance. This is going to feel unexpected or spontaneous. For sure. Yeah, see, you may receive a message from someone, or let's say you are scrolling on social media, suddenly a post comes up where you see really good deals for vacation and you go, oh my God, let me check this out. You haven't planned that, but it just shows up. Okay, what's important during this time off? What's important? It's not only that your body is resting and you're having a blast, but also it seems like during that time off, you will plant a new seed. And I don't know if you heard that, but there was a bee that hit the window just now. So every time I see a bee, either I get an order within a minute, a booking within a minute, or that day. So this is also referring to a seed that I've planted brings me a lot of fruit in the future. During vacation, pay attention to ideas. Please have your journal with you, or if you can't, if you don't really like journaling, then have your phone, your notes with you, and just put any ideas that come to your head on your notes. I'm hearing unique. There's something unique here that happens during that trip or time off. You definitely want to investigate that. It may start like a small idea. It may start like a, maybe I should try and do that. And it will definitely branch out into something bigger. This, over time, will create quite a lot of abundance for you. And I think that's exactly how that's going to feel for you. You may have an idea and you may go, ooh, I have a good feeling about this, or this makes me feel secure. These will be your intuitive hints. Let's see. I feel like this idea for a lot of you will be about how can I create more security in my life without feeling overwhelmed? How can I work on something that I like at peace, peacefully? How can I make my work life more enjoyable? This is the most peaceful Eight of Pentacles that I've seen, and I really love this. It seems like she's in a moment, she's very present. The work does not feel like it's work, it feels like she's meditating. But at the same time, she has to be consistent. And she has to be patient with this. Okay? Yeah, this may not come to someone very easy here with Three of Swords. There will be times where you may feel that you failed, or you may feel like there is this kind of, there's a blockage that you overcome. Whatever it is, these are kind of like temporary, these are temporary situations that you will deal with. So don't run away, don't get scared straight away if you're being met with something difficult. Eventually that's you. Dreams come true. One more trophy that you're gonna put on the shelf. So look, I planted the seed, I saw it grow, I watched it grow, I figured out what it needs, what this plant needs, right? The tree needs, so that it can grow lush, what kind of vitamins maybe I need to use, if any, what environment it likes to be in. I did my research, I planted this tree, I worked on it, taking care of it, and then boom, now this is my reward. Yeah, there were days when I was worried about that tree. There were days maybe where I didn't really know what I was doing, but I trusted myself. So this is a pile of achievement here. Achievement that comes first with a time off, which is really important, because if you have that time off, you not only rested, but your head is clearer. And when your head is clear, you can think better. You are not so distracted. You find solutions quicker. You're on top of your tasks. So I hope this made sense, pile number 2. By the way, after this, whoever just joined, we're going to do mini live readings. These are the personal readings. If you want to jump in the queue, look at the pinned comment. I take bookings via PayPal or my website. Actually, let me just double check now. No, I pressed the wrong thing. 1 second, guys. Okay. Next, we're gonna be doing pile number 3. My pleasure. Let me have a sip of coffee. Let's go. You have a well, family wishes come true, and you have astral house, nice career. Feels like today's reading in general, pile 1, 2, and 3 connects to people's goals, connects to work, not as much a relationship read today. Okay? Let me grab this deck. I feel drawn to it. No problem, my pleasure, guys. Thank you for being here. Alrighty, what do we have? What do we have for you? I'm drawn to Elgar Lab deck for pile number 3. We have a Tower. We have a 10 of Wands. We have the Hermit. And we have the Hangman. This makes me think of a younger individual, so I don't know if you do have children. This could be about your children. I'll adjust you slightly. It makes me think of my child was maybe distracted at school or was struggling with a certain subject, but they broke through. And I'm seeing really good results and I'm really happy. Another specific situation that I'm seeing here is someone who may have been diagnosed with ADHD, for example. They had a hard time focusing. They will find, or their parents will find, most likely parents will find a better technique or strategy how to present information to this individual so that they can digest it better. Does that make sense? I'm seeing someone in general who had some sort of learning difficulties or difficulties at school, at uni even, for example, and they struggled and they were like, why is it such a hassle for me? Or even in the work life, in their job, why is it such a hassle for me to remember things? But other people, I feel like they have it easier than I do. So what I did, I found a strategy, a technique that helps me to remember better. This is definitely someone who notices how their thinking changes because of what they decide to do or not to do here. This reminds me of one of the people that I know. He had to find a technique that works for him. Everything has to be on a calendar. If it's not on the calendar, it's not probably gonna get done or it's gonna be forgotten about. And not only the tasks, but people to meet, people to reply to, things like that. Here someone is happy that they finally found their voice. This is another story. Someone who may have difficulties speaking, talking, they're finally getting better at that. This could be someone who maybe has very severe autism. Someone figures out how to help them talk a little bit more. Different, again, techniques, what works for them. tricks, I want to say as well, where for other people, this is saying, if you struggled speaking in front of people in general, and you're not diagnosed with anything, we just, had this kind of throat chakra a little bit blocked for some reason. It probably comes from childhood for the most of us here. But you are finally speaking in a clearer manner, and once you go on a stage or in a meeting to speak, you're not as anxious and your anxiety does not block your throat. The Hangman makes me think of a different approach. But in order for someone to find that different approach, they had to go inwardly to figure out, okay, how does my system work? Or if we talk about the child and parent relationship here, and the parent trying to figure the child out, the parent has to go inward and truly figure out what works for this child. Let me analyze this. Let me remember all the times when, let's say, this person spoke or this person was really good at a particular task. What did we do differently? Pile number 3 feels like a mashup of a lot of different stories, and it's not like there is one thing that I want to talk about here like in other 2 piles. I'm picking up pieces of someone else's life, Okay, again, specific, not for all of you, pile number 3. I'm seeing someone's parent or parents tell them that whatever you're involving yourself in, this is not a best thing for you. And the child, doesn't matter how old they are, could be in their 50s, right? They did not listen. They didn't listen. They were like, this is right for me. That's what I want to do. That's who I want to be with. That's what kind of job I want to be in, career I want to be in. And what is happening here, I feel like the parents are being proven right. But the thing here is, it's important for the child not to skip any lessons. So it's not to say that the child is making a mistake by choosing something that the parents from the get-go said that is not going to work out for you, or that's not for you. Just in general, the child was stubborn enough to try it out, and I really feel like they were supposed to try this out, to see it for themselves, to go through those struggles and to truly realize what parents were trying to tell them. Because they were not convinced, and they wouldn't be convinced if they didn't try it themselves. So the next event for them would be realization. Okay, you are right. I don't know if they will want to admit that or not, but someone is seeing that someone was right, who warned them about a difficult situation or something that may be way too much to handle. But overall, just kind of like overall energy for pile number 3 is someone who is finding their voice in their job, is much better at communication. Someone may also want to go to school for that, or to learn how to be a better speaker. Someone may want to teach other people, therefore they want to focus on their oratory skills. And they're getting really good at that. So I hope this made sense, pile number 3, and this was helpful. I will see you in the next one. Now on to your personal reads. Let me see who we got. I'm just refreshing my email, guys. 1 second. Okay, So Nina wants to know the next important event for her. Okay, okay. Next important event. I am really drawn to the texture tarot. Let's get it. Let's get it. Nina, what's the next important event that is taking place? There will be a situation for you where you're going to have to make a decision, and it may be difficult for you to make a decision. I'm seeing you having a couple of options, and you're going to have to choose. And your cards are saying at the time when you'll have to choose, make sure that you are not distracted. Go inward and feel it through. There will be two options. One option will feel to you a bit much more lightweight than the other. The other option will include some sort of, what's the best word to use it now? A catch. The other option will have a catch to it. This decision that you're making, this is for your growth and this is for yourself. Okay, let me see. Which area of your life is this touching? Freedom. Okay, there may be a situation where you're thinking, should I commit to this or to that? It may involve formalities. And your cards are actually asking you to pay attention to what you are signing up for. Basically, don't skip the small font. You will be presented with a couple of options at once around the same time. Do you want to sign up for this or do you want to sign up for that? Make sure you choose an option that does not restrict you or doesn't feel like it's bringing you down, or once you sign this contract, right? Sign this paper, you don't get stuck. I did apply to jobs and my resume was sent to multiple places. I'm just waiting to hear back. Yes, and you will get a couple of options here for you, but just make sure you choose the one that doesn't make you feel stuck. There will be something in the contract or in the way that people like to work in that workplace that may make you feel like, oh, I don't know about that. But you know, the easiest way to make a decision will be listen to your body. Really tap out of your head and listen to your body. What is it telling you? Are you drawn to path A? Or do you feel like your body automatically just wants to take a step back from it? The option that you will choose or would be beneficial to choose for you, the option that gives you a little bit more freedom comparing to this other option. A bit more spontaneity even as well, I'm picking that up. So your cards basically want you to know that one may be a bit more stressful than the other. Okay, any advice for you when choosing? Any more advice for you than when choosing? Again, you see what I mean? You will probably want to choose peace. Look at this card. This is a different deck. Look at this card. You pay attention to the chains over here. This is the big fence, looks like a prison, right? Over here, on a side, I was pulling a couple of cards from Steampunk Keeper. We have prison and restriction. So we have restriction over here, restriction over here, restriction over here. So making sure that you don't choose the restrictive option. Or even if you do, you're learning with this. So don't bash yourself, you know, oh my God, I chose the wrong one. No, there will be lessons to learn, but your cards just want you to know that you should not go for something that will make you feel like you just stuck and you're like, oh, I really don't like this. Even if there will be a job, by the way, that will feel like that once you are committed to this, your cards are saying it doesn't mean that you have to be stuck in it for a long time. Okay? In that case, keep looking. As you're working there, keep looking, keep sending CVs. Okay, what do you need to know about your career in general? What do you need to, again, formalities coming through, making sure that we are on top of that. I'm seeing you taking a leap, taking a chance here. Good. You're going to be successful. Good, good, good. There may be some sort of temporary, you know, things that you may want to sort out, mountains to climb, but overall, eventually you are a winner here. That's nice. You'll succeed. No need to worry, you will succeed. You'll also want to celebrate it. Nice. So I hope this made sense. Okay, let me check if we have anyone else. If we don't, I'm gonna go and have my breakfast and enjoy my day. By the way, Nina, I will return your reading in the next 2 days. The one that you booked with me on my website. If you're not different, Nina. Yeah, I think it's the same. No, you are my Nina. My Nina, the same Nina. I just had to double check. So I'll return your reading within the next couple of days, okay? And you guys have an awesome day. Take time to relax, rewind, do whatever you have to have a good day, really. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.